What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown. First podcast in a little bit, but we've got a little bit to talk about. Not a lot. The Blazers are kind of just in that dead period. We're tanking. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about how I did go to a game last night and saw some of the new guys for the first time in person. Talk about March Madness and how any players you can see in that, scout maybe for future Blazer players possibly, and everything else in between. So, West, first, how you doing, Blazers wise? What do you think?
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a absolute dead period for this franchise right now. We're just kind of waiting until the season is finished. Really not much to cheer about on the court wise. We had a nice win against Washington. I think Josh Hart had 44, which was cool to see. But I do want to point out the last, other than the Washington win aside, the Blazers' last win came February 16th. We are recording this on the March 15th. This is a horrible basketball team. I believe I'm looking at our schedule right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 straight games of losses by double digits or more. Like, I'm talking horrible. Jazz beat us by 48, Timberwolves by 33, Suns by 30.
No, it was one of the worst matches of like 4 straight games in NBA.
Bad basketball team. But all losses count the same. A loss is a loss. Gets us closer to a good pick. So I'm not too mad about it. I just really just honestly don't watch the games as much. I keep track of like good performances. Like Watford's been playing well, Hart's been playing well. But yeah, there's really not many positives from a basketball standpoint.
No, yeah, before the last 2 games, like post trade deadline, I probably watched maybe a total of 10 minutes of Blazer basketball. I still like get the full scoop on the game, and I'll watch some highlights, but I'm talking like real live time game. Up until the Wizards game, I hadn't watched much, and then obviously last night I saw a lot and really took in a lot in person. The first thing I'll just talk about my experience at the game because it was obviously the Hawks. Trae Young once again torched us, puts up 46 and like 16 assists or something, which just isn't even the best stat line of the night somehow. After Cat put up 60, but the best part about it was I actually was sitting behind Trendon Watford's parents, which was so cool because I was wondering why they were there, but he's from Birmingham, so I guess that's an easy like 2-hour drive to Atlanta. And it was funny because there was one point like the Hawks are stupid. They have like it looks like a student section, like a college student section for like one section where people are standing up like it's college. And they were chanting, "Who are you?" at Trendon Watford. And she turned around and she was like, "That's my baby." You put up 22 and 9. So, and that was when they were down like 15. So I was like, you look kind of stupid chanting that right now, losing to the G Blazers.
Trendon Watford has a better life than all of them.
Yeah, and let's be honest, he's averaging 22, but who else is going to score on that Blazer team?
Yeah, I did a test on myself a couple days ago. I just was how many Blazers players can I name? And I got 6 after our team obviously got blown up from the trade. We are probably the worst team in the NBA right now.
Yeah, I think talent-wise and just any given night, I think we were the most likely to lose a game. It was funny because it was like middle 4th quarter, and we're down 5. And I turned to who I went with, and I was like, okay, or not. I was just talking to them. I was like, when are we gonna put the starters back in? Like, we got to go try to get this win maybe. And I was like, oh wait, 4 of the 5 guys on the court right now were the starters, and it was like Brandon Williams, CJ Elleby, Trendon Watford, and I'm just like, yeah. I love him, but it's such a bad team right now.
Yikes. Yeah.
Maybe we're just pulling 2019 Warriors, we'll never be the Warriors, let's be honest, but
no.
It's kind of reminiscent a little bit as Curry went down with the wrist injury and came back the following year, but anyway.
I saw that we signed Chris Dunn and is it Eubanks to a hardship contract?
Oh yeah, Eubanks. So Eubanks, yeah, they're both just 10 days. It's Eubanks' 3rd.
We have
And
so many 10-day guys.
on
Good
this
Lord.
first 10-day, he looked atrocious. I was like, okay, we probably signed him to lose because he can't shoot at all.
Dude, Chris
He can play
Dunn.
some defense. Chris Dunn. Eubanks I've actually liked a lot. So
Yeah, he was
he
a
brings
good
lot of energy.
rotation
He's
good
out of
rotation
Oregon
piece on that
State,
Spurs team.
and like he put up like 14-9 last night. I mean, again, the Hawks defense sucks, and how else are you going to
And-
score? I mean, Josh
Yeah.
Hart was killing it last night, but 25 in the first half or something. But I like Eubanks' game a little bit. He kind of gives me like Myers Leonard vibes almost without the shooting ability.
Oof.
Like, kind of like he looks kind of goofy out there sometimes. Like the way
Yeah, I know what you mean. Just a really big white guy.
Yeah. And he's like, when he gets a bad call, he like throws his hands up. He has that Myers looking face.
Myers look, yeah.
What a guy. What a guy.
It was fun. The amount of injured players on the bench. I was surprised to see like all those guys traveling. Obviously, Dame didn't travel, but Nurk was on the bench. Simons, Winslow, Bledsoe. So it was funny to see all their outfits. And another thing, so one of the Blazers assistant coaches, I don't know which one it is, but like I feel like if you saw a picture of him, you would recognize him just from the bench. He kind of looks like Norman Powell almost, like an older version of Norman Powell. But they didn't have enough seats on the bench, so he literally was just like sitting in the stands, like on the baseline right here, just like 2 rows back, and he just like ate popcorn the whole game and never really like actually coached. It was funny because he didn't have any room.
For life.
Jeez. That's funny. But kind of, so going back to what you're talking about, like Nurk and Ant on the bench, I just find it funny that like, you know, Dame went down, and like the past few months we've been like, man, like Simons and Nurk, they're playing really well. They're actually winning us games. I wonder if like the organization will step in, and now Nurk and Simons are probably shut down for the year. I don't know about Simons, but there's really not much time left in the year. I could see him being done for the year.
I honestly think these two could play, or maybe they're obviously injured in some way, but get back earlier. I mean, our organization's doing everything they can to keep them
lose.
staying, in my opinion. I mean,
No, I agree. I just think that you like Nurk definitely. You want to be careful with the big man. Yes. What was Simon's injury again? It was like
Right knee tendinopathy.
right knee.
like that's.
I
I
actually
don't.
don't know
That's
what body part it is. I thought it was like someone had an injury. I don't know what it is, but it's tendinopathy, which just means it's sore.
so a sore knee for
Little bit.
someone is a band-aid, if you will. But yeah, the organization's definitely stepping in and trying to lose games, which I'm okay with, because let's get a little standings check here.
So we are
Well,
9 out of the plan, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
Just
we are.
what we want. The Pelicans are in though. How
We
about
are
the Lakers?
actually.
You guys see
We
the
are
Lakers
actually.
yesterday?
Get this. Yeah, the Lakers got dogged.
Oh,
They have
so
been,
hard.
they've had a rough 10 games for them. All the Westbrook McNames and the
God.
Davis getting mad comments, all the drama. They
Sad that he's
they
getting
were down 21-2 yesterday to start the game.
Like 31-9. So
Oh,
bad.
man. They
But
deserve it though.
so right now, yeah, they do. We are a game and a half out of the plan. A game and a half. Sorry, my phone fell. The Pelicans are the 10 seed right now. They're a game and a half ahead of us. And we kind of need the Pelicans to lose. Right now, the Pelicans would play Minnesota to go to the playoffs. No, I'm sorry.
No,
They play
it's-
the Lakers. They play the Lakers and then play the loser of Minnesota and the Clippers. I mean, but with the way the Lakers are playing right now, the Lakers will not be making the playoffs. They're playing horrible. But so teams behind us that we need to leapfrog us for seeding. Spurs are a game behind us. Kings are so bad. Kings are 2.5 games behind us. OKC and Houston, I don't think are catchable. They're trash. And then in the East, Detroit and Orlando are really bad, and then Indiana is worse than us.
Yeah, I think
by
fifth best
3
odds
games.
to the fifth worst team is like the best we can get to, because obviously OKC is probably uncatchable, 6-game difference. Pacers are
Detroit.
3-game difference.
We can get to that. We can get to that.
Catchable as in
Like,
losing.
but we're at the point in the season where like if we win a game, It's actually not good. Like if we could actually lose the rest of our games, that would be so huge because it's like
I mean,
winning
quick,
that game against the Wizards hurt.
yeah. So quick schedule look. It's a pretty soft schedule. I mean,
That's
we got
good.
the Knicks, the Nets. The Nets will destroy us. The Pacers, the Pistons, Spurs, Rockets twice, Thunder, Pelicans.
Wow.
Spurs, Thunder, Pelicans, Mavericks, and then we close with
Oh my
Jazz.
goodness.
Yeah, we literally don't
That's-
take above 500 until the Mavericks.
See, if the Blazers were fully healthy, this would be the patented mid-March run where we storm to like the 4 or 5 seed.
But
But
at
Classic
the same time,
Terry.
classic
this is
Terry.
it's like a good thing that we're playing these bad teams because not only we can lose these games, but like if we can give the Spurs 3 free wins, that's huge. Because
That's facts. The
maybe
Spurs are behind us right now.
Pelicans. Stuff
Dal,
like that.
what's interesting though is that I think we get the Pelicans twice. I mean, we theoretically want to beat them, right? We get them at home March 30th,
I actually no, you don't.
and then away.
I think you don't want to beat them because you're still focused on you have the most control over your pick.
But-
and they still have to win 2 games in a play-in. No matter what, they're gonna have to win 2 games in a play-in to make the playoffs. And they
But we
could
have
do it, but
But ideal scenario with 15 games left is to go 2-13 with 2 wins against Pelicans, or just go 0-15. 0-15.
I'll take it.
I mean, it's going to be hard not to win some of these games. I mean, you play the Rockets back to back; they're 17-51, dude.
we got
They beat the Lakers, though.
3 games of
Or
them
did they
with
not?
our better
Or did
team.
they lose?
Everyone beats the Lakers, man.
Did the Lakers beat the They went to overtime. That's all. I know, like 2 days ago.
That brings up a great point. You were saying, yeah, the Rockets did beat the Lakers because I saw a post game interview with Jalen Green. He was like, yeah, our whole game plan was to attack Melo on defense. so dirty.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see coming down the stretch. If I had to guess, I think we're the 5th or 6th worst team in the league at the end of it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Derek Covington, Norman, Dame schedule. CJ at the beginning of the year is going to not portray us and show how bad we really are because we probably right now are the worst team in the league.
Yeah, we just had playoff aspirations to start the year, so we were trying to win games. Whereas the Magic, they're just, I don't know what the Magic are doing.
Who you guys? Obviously, Blazers are out. Still like NBA basketball, playoff basketball, championships. Who do you think is going to win the championship at the moment, and who are you rooting for, other than Blazers?
All right, so man, that's tough because in the West, I hate every single team. Honestly, who I think it's going to be Phoenix against. Honestly, I think it's Phoenix and Milwaukee round 2. I think they're going to go back. I would like to see. This is unrealistic, but out of all the teams probably making the playoffs, I like the Timberwolves the most. I would like to see the Timberwolves go on a deep run. I wouldn't mind the Grizzlies either, although I kind of don't want to see the Grizzlies do well because I don't want people to be like put Ja over Dame like for good. That would suck. Even though he's earned it this year, but wouldn't mind seeing Chicago. I'd like to see Chicago do well. I like them too. One team I do not want to see do well is Philly because I don't like James Harden. So I don't want Philly to do well. Go ahead, Cole. Sorry, I literally said every team.
If I had to predict who's winning it all, it would definitely be Phoenix in the West, and then I was gonna say Bucks too, but if I didn't say Bucks,
76ers, do they get there somehow? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Celtics?
Maybe the
No one
Heat.
said the Nets yet.
The Heat? Yeah, Heat are the 1
If
seed.
the Nets can
Nets.
somehow figure it out. If Kyrie can
Dude.
play all the games, like Kyrie's playing 41 points in the first half right now. The
The
East
East
is
is
definitely going to be so fun
East-
compared to the West.
East is ridiculous. I mean, you got the first 5 seeds, I would say: Miami, Milwaukee, Philly, Chicago, and Boston. Those are 5 solid teams. And then the Nets are the 8th seed right now. They're a wild card. They can get healthy. Trae Young sitting there in the 9 spot. Toronto is a really good team in 7, and then you have Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland is going to win a first round matchup, but I don't think
Also
Cleveland's
never
that good.
mentioned the Nuggets.
Unfortunately, because they're like a pretty fun team to watch, honestly. But the
With
East
the
is
Warriors, do you guys like them, or do you want to see them succeed? The trio back together. Do you want to see them succeed in the playoffs or no?
The Warriors?
I don't hate them or I don't love them either.
The
So
Warriors?
No.
So who's the big three? The Wiggins, Clay, and are you talking about Draymond?
I mean, you're right. I guess Wiggins is apparently
it's
part of that.
it's,
now.
it's Draymond, Clay, and Steph for sure. So
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't mind the way it's lining up right now, the semis would be a Memphis Golden State. That'd be really good. Who you taking in that? Memphis or Golden State? You got to take Golden State,
still
right?
Golden State, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
think
want to
it's
see Memphis
Golden
win like one playoff
Golden
series.
State versus Phoenix in the Western Conference Finals? Is that
That'd
fair
be
to
a fun
say?
matchup.
And then probably, I mean, the East is so close. Like 2 seed through 5 seed is separated by 2 games. But I think Milwaukee's in there. Oh, Miami's good. Miami's really good.
What could happen?
Chicago's kind of a wild card.
What could happen?
They're so bad against
Chicago.
good teams.
Yeah, they're just bad against good
Gotcha.
teams.
Blazers get some dubs. Can the plan Simon's thing go on a run?
Are you talking about next year?
This
No, this year.
Oh god.
bring Dame back.
That is
Bring them back.
okay. Would you rather? This is such a dumb question, but this is a dumb question. Would you rather have the Blazers get like the number 3 pick and the number 8 pick from the Pelicans? Get those 2 picks, or magically make a run to the Western Conference Finals again
This year?
this year?
Taking the Western
I
Conference
think-
Finals run.
That'd be
I'm
my
At
taking-
least that's guaranteed success.
I'm taking the picks, bro.
Bro, it was so fun to go on a
That'd
run.
be so funny though.
Just
Actually, no,
yeah.
wait. No, what am I thinking? I'm taking the picks.
Yeah,
For
that's fun.
long term, anything short of the
If it was with
okay,
this team, like if you just threw Dame in there with the nerd.
no, Dame, Dame, Nurk, Simons, Josh, and then the
It
rest
just
of the
doesn't
guys.
feel like the Blazers, like truly.
Okay, would you reconsider if there was a final? You lose in the finals, but it's a finals appearance, and it goes like 6. but you lose. Okay, so for me, I'm taking the picks unless you win the championship. So I'll still take picks. Like
Also,
what's going to happen.
That's also just painful getting that close to the end of that
That's true.
squad.
I really love
Yeah.
looking at the top of your face, Cody.
Yeah, well, we got some shirtless guys. So.
Quickly before I forget about it, I want to talk about college basketball too, because we were talking about NBA playoffs. So we'll talk about March Madness.
Yep.
Before I ask you guys like who you're taking and stuff, just some guys that I would tell the viewers to watch if you're looking for guys the Blazers could get. If you're looking for the best of the best, if we somehow land in the top 5, then I'll look at Paolo Banchero from Duke, Jabari Smith from Auburn, Chet Holmgren from Gonzaga. Those are all big guys, like power forward / centers that would instantly help the Blazers.
Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
I was going to say, so, on this channel, we've been talking a lot about, Paolo, Chet, Jabari Smith, and those are the best 3 for a reason. I'll give you one player who's probably been the best player in the country for the past couple weeks, and will have an insane tournament, and that's Keegan Murray from Iowa.
I was going to say him. He's
He could
good. Possibly be the best player in the country right now, just on
yeah.
how hot he is.
And I know you don't watch that much college basketball, Cody, but this guy's really good.
Yeah, I don't.
And-
follow my channel, but,
You'll watch him in the tournament with Iowa.
yep. Love them. Love me some Memphis.
I was gonna the guys that would fall in like the 6 to 11 range
Keegan Murray.
would be Keegan Murray, Jalen.
He's got some-
guy from
Got some Mobley. He's got some Evan Mobley. He reminds me of Evan Mobley, who can a little less impactful, like
shoot
in the dirty part, but can shoot better.
And then who are the other guys I was thinking of? Oh, Ben Matherin from Arizona. He's more of
He
a guard,
single-handedly
but he can also-
single-handedly won them that Pac-12 championship.
Yeah. And then who was the
He's a
last
beast.
guy I was thinking of? Oh, AJ Griffin from Duke.
3D.
I would think would be like a 10 to 11 pick. But those are, if you guys just look up those names, figure out when they're playing, if you want to talk about them. Now, who you guys taking in March Madness? Cody, have you made a bracket at all?
I'm not. I don't really
I
even
don't
know who's the best. Who's the one seed?
Gonzaga, Arizona.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know. It's
Oh,
kind of a coin flip
Cole,
for me. I should
did
pay
you
more attention.
mention Jaden Ivey,
I did not, just because he's
a guard?
more of a guard, but he's really good.
Yeah. So right now, I was just on a mock draft on ESPN. So right now they have the order doesn't matter. It's more just like who's in that top tier.
Yeah.
So right now they have Chet going 1, Jabari Smith going 2, Paolo going 3. They have the Pacers taking Jaden Ivey, the Kings taking Keegan Murray, the Thunder taking Jalen Duran. You said him, right?
Yeah.
Knicks taking AJ Griffin, Spurs taking Johnny Davis, Portland taking Ty Washington. I don't know why we would do that, but cool. Ty Washington is literally just Anthony Simons, but in college, and way worse. So honestly, if we're the 4 or 5, an AJ Griffin or a AJ Griffin and Keegan Murray would be Keegan Murray especially. I would really like to have him. I think he's arguably he'll play himself into the top 4, top 5 guys for sure in the tournament.
How many points do you think Kyrie Irving has at the start of the fourth quarter, or 2 minutes into the fourth?
54.
Is it a blowout game? You have to tell me that.
Yeah, it's 121-89 now.
Oh,
But I think
Okay.
Kyrie's in the game.
He's
He's got
got
a
49.
What'd you say, Cody?
50.
He's got 53.
Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah. God, these players, a lot of them can't get the
He's still in the game.
points. Like Cat was on route
Yeah.
to beat Kobe's 81. He got 32 in the third.
It's just never in a no one scores a ton of points in close games now.
give me like 5 minutes.
32 in the third. He almost broke Clay's record, and get the Sports Center was still posting while Lakers losing. It's just
Hey, when Josh Hart put up 44, I saw House Highlights post about him and Sports Center. So that's the most news the Blazers have gotten. And
yeah, that's probably the most people didn't realize.
I will
Josh Hart
say,
was on the Blazers.
don't be surprised to see Josh Hart on the injury report at some point. You know, maybe he'll have a back injury because he did fall hard on his back the other night. He also could have a wrist injury because he was fiddling with his wrist a lot after a fall in the Hawks game. And I just know
Wrist
that
injury.
Simons didn't show any signs of injury. He just happened to hit 10 threes against the Timberwolves, and then suddenly he's injured. So with Josh Hart being hot, maybe let him take a break and throw the
We'll give
reins
him a
to
couple-
CJ Elleby.
Couple band-aids.
Was on
CJ
triple-double watch last
When
night.
CJ Elby gets hot. When CJ Elby gets hot. Yeah.
No, CJ
I'm
Elleby,
going home tomorrow.
That's
CJ Elleby had 13 boards last night.
Good for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Good.
I think so.
That sounds good to me, boys. That's a good pod.
Okay.
And again, we can always, do it again tomorrow without the shirtless guys if y'all would rather do that when Cody's at home. But yeah,
His brain dead.
good pod. Good pod.
We'll see you guys next
So-
time. You know, sorry for the low quality pod.
It'll get better.
low quality
but,
team.
Yeah,
What-
that's what I was gonna say. Low quality
Speaking,
team.
we
low
wanted
quality
3K.
pod.
We wanted 3K subs by July. Is that gonna happen? Are we at 2?
Well,
3K subs by
before we
July.
finish, we've kind of been going crazy in March Madness because we got like 3 videos.
Watch
of
our previews. Watch our previews.
So,
All right. Sounds like a plan, Stan.
all right, Wes has got to go.
I
So
do.
we will leave. Peace.
All right. Peace.